This is Tom Dillon, the Lifetime Liberal. Today is Saturday, February 28th, 2026. The title of this rant is A Weak and Desperate Trump Bombs Iran. The rot is at the top. Unexpected consequences will follow. So, of all the issues that Trump is underwater on, because right now he is weak domestically, every major issue that he supporting is underwater by the people of the United States. But guess what? The one he's most underwater with is over 70% of the population of the United States does not want us to bomb Iran. But again, he needs a shiny object. He needs to be glorified. He needs to get feedback that he's doing the great thing. And bombing Iran right now is the way it's going. Now, I want to say one thing. He keeps talking about a deal every now and then. He especially has talked about it with Iran. But let's make something very clear, is that when he says a deal, what he is really saying is, I can be bribed. You can give me money. I will do things that will go against the very fabric of the United States government and the people of the United States. But since you're putting money in my pocket, that'll be okay. Iran didn't want to do all that. It could have taken time. Diplomacy could have worked, and he could have gotten that type of a deal if he had time, but he didn't want to waste time. He's so underwater on everything right now. He has to prove he's got the big cojones, right? Now, the one thing that we know is that Israel's involved, the United States is involved, and that Iran has retaliated. They've bombed in other areas. They're sending missiles. They could close the Straits of Hormuz, which means gas prices will go way, way up. All right. And he basically has said something to the to the Iranian people that probably can't happen. He told the Iranian people to stand up and to overthrow the government. And why did he say that? He said that because he does not want boots on the ground. He does not want to invade. He knows that would be an incredible quagmire. And again, the first thing when he bombs Iran, that's going to make the Iranian people more sympathetic to the government. That's number one. But remember, too, the Iranian government has layers upon layers. And whoever gets bumped off at the top, someone just as bad or worse is going to step in to replace them. And I don't know what means the Iranian people could even do that. But again, that is showing exceptionally why Trump is so weak and so desperate, is because he can't win at anything right now. And this bombing will not bring regime change. So he's weak, he's desperate, and he goes to a war that he cannot win because he can declare victory and run away just like he did the last time. But will that cause regime change in Iran? This is so stupid on his part and all of his sycophants, because not only has Iran retaliated, but none of the other countries in the Middle East want him to do that. And this could lead to a much larger regional war. Remember, one lone gunman in 1914 shot an obscure Archduke Ferdinand, and somehow France and England got into a war with Germany that lasted 4 years and killed millions of people and a lot of soldiers. So this news of the war is going to stay on top of the news maybe for a month. Trump's going to say everything is going great every single day, though we will see other things that are going on that'll show that no, things are not going great. All right. And while we still have immigration issues, we still have him having immigration issues in blue states as he's taking our sisters and brothers off the streets and putting them in concentration camps where children don't get medical attention. They have to call 911 to get medical attention. I believe there's been a measles outbreak. I think there's a tuberculosis outbreak somewhere. And these are definitely what we would call concentration camps, while the people in different states, blue states, red states, are saying, hey, we don't want any concentration camps in our backyard. He's losing at everything, all right? And also, there's a 17-page document running around, which he's going to try and send out, all right, try and executive order, and then basically to take over all of the elections in 2026. All right, and of course the biggest thing behind it all is the Epstein files, where we have some very strong evidence that he had performed sexual abuse on two minors, one in the early 80s when he would have been in his 10, 20, 30, in his 40s, and then in the early 90s when he would have been in his 50s. You know, and I say to my sisters and brothers on the conservative side, this is not what you signed up for. You know it's not what you signed up for. I know what you're not signed up for. We must protest every single thing this guy does. He is taking us down. And I mean this for everyone in the United States. He is taking us down. Yes, vote blue. Yes, protest. Yes, call your representatives. This is what we must do. This is showing that the rot is at the top, and we must all work together to stop this immediately.